Beautiful day outside, and I think we have some great things to talk about. I'll start by discussing the Federal Reserve. As you know, it just happened minutes ago, but to me it makes me very happy. And I want to congratulate the Federal Reserve. For starters, they've lowered the Fed rate from what it was, which was 1 to 1.25, and it's been lowered down to 0 to 0.25 or 0.25. So it's 0 to 0.25. That's a big difference. It's quite a bit, about a point. And in addition, very importantly, the Federal Reserve is going to be purchasing $500 billion of treasuries and $200 billion of mortgage-backed securities, and that number can increase. But they're going to start with that, and that's really good news. It's really great for our country. It's something that we're very happy. I have to say this. I'm very happy. And they did it in one step. They didn't do it in 4 steps over a long period of time. They did it in one step, and I think...
Well, I watched a little bit of that. So you get the news. And Trump's not stressed at this at all. He's actually quite happy. He's very pleased with this announcement. I'm watching everybody in the background, and their anxiety is ticked up, especially the lady with the scarf that she's wearing. And then the gentleman, I believe he's the Surgeon General, stress. The lady behind Trump directly, you see stress, and it's coming through in the facial expressions of not wanting to move. The other lady behind the scarf lady, stress, no movement. So when you see someone give an announcement, and it can be a couple of ways. You can have a neutral thought process on it. You could be actually just as happy as they are on it, or you could be stressed by it in a bad way. They're not happy in the sense of cheering it on. They're also not negative towards it. You just see the anxiety, because most Americans remember, unless you live under a rock, '07 and '08. And all of these people look like they're old enough to remember '07 and '08. So as happy as Trump is, the people behind him, although you could tell that they support him because they're not giving him the negative, they are having stress towards this announcement.
I think that people in the market should be very thrilled, and that brings us, we're the strongest country in the world by far, financially and every other way. And that brings us in line with what other countries are. They actually have negative rates, but look, we got it down to potentially 0. So that's a big step, and I'm very happy they did it. And you will not hear anything bad about me unless it's about a month or 2 from now. So I congratulate the Federal Reserve. I think it's terrific. Just came out just as we spoke. I wasn't going to mention Federal Reserve or anything else, but this came out as we were walking up. I want to thank the people at Google and Google Communications because, as you know, they substantiated what I said on Friday. The head of Google, who's a great gentleman, called us and he apologized. I don't know where the press got their fake news, but they got it someplace. But as you know, this is from Google. They put out a release, and you guys can figure it out yourselves. And
he just throws it out. This is from Google. Flick it out. And nobody reacts. That's what I find comical. Nobody reacts. It's like, oh yeah, he did it.
How that got out, and I'm sure you'll apologize, but it would be great if we could really give the news correctly. It would be so wonderful. I just had a phone call with very impressive people, the biggest in the world of stores and groceries and all, and I'll give you the names. Kroger, big company. Doug McMillan, CEO of Walmart. He's been fantastic. Doug was here, as you know, on Friday, and he watched the market go up 2,000 points.
He's got a lot of uncomfortable movements that he's doing. I don't think he feels well. So we're ignoring him on his body tells because he's doing movements that would suggest that, and it looks like he's a lot shinier than the rest of the people in there, which leads me to believe that I don't think he feels well. And no, I doubt he has the virus. He could be a diabetic for all we know.
There's no need for anybody in the country to hoard essential food supplies. They said to me, could you please tell them, just go and buy, enjoy it, have a nice dinner, relax, because there's plenty, but you don't have to buy the quantities.
And good afternoon. With more than 2,900 cases of coronavirus in 49 states across the country, I want to assure the American people that this administration, all of our partners at the state level, and local health officials have no higher priority than the health.
Okay, so I let him speak for a little bit just so you could see the differences if you paid attention to the people around Pence, that they all kind of relax when he comes in. The woman turns her body towards him. The gentleman directly behind him that we can actually see, I believe he's the Surgeon General, his face softens, and it's like the people in the back actually give themselves some space.
And safety of the American public. And at the President's direction, we will continue not only a whole of government approach, but as we'll discuss today, we'll continue to build on a whole of America approach to confront the coronavirus across the country. The health experts continue to confirm to us that based on the latest information, for the American people as a whole, the risk of serious illness remains low. But because the risk is heavily weighted to the most vulnerable, to people with immunodeficiencies
And you're actually seeing them react to what he's saying. All of them reacting. Now, this is their subject. It's something that they know something about. The other thing about people is they tend to self-censor, especially smart ones. Dumb ones don't do it so much, but smart ones will if they have no idea about the subject line. They'd rather listen. If it gives them stress, it gives them stress because they don't understand, and that's it. If they listen and they understand, they'll react accordingly instead of just either stressing or agreeing. So because these people, they should understand, are giving that positive and their anxiety is down, they understand this subject, and they know where it's going. This virus does not give them stress. This conversation about the virus does not give them stress.
people who are elderly with serious underlying chronic health conditions. Our administration, and I know state administrations, will continue to focus on the most vulnerable, and we will continue to urge every American to be vigilant in practicing good hygiene, taking the advice of the CDC and local health experts to keep those most vulnerable safe.
Yes, people. Apparently nobody washes themselves prior to this virus, but now we're encouraging you to clean yourselves.
Thank you to Bombards Body Language. If you invited at least one person in February, we kind of feel like, yes, if we can keep doing that, we're going to keep growing and we're going to achieve what we want to achieve, what we all want to achieve together, right? I think is, content freedom, man.
If you'd like to learn more about analysing body language, there is a video course available on Mandy's website for Gold subscribers, where Mandy teaches more about her techniques of deception detection. There's also other content such as the Crime series and Interesting Minds series, available to both Gold and Silver subscribers.
If you like it, please share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.